Clash Royale.
For map pool for mech, because I don't think Frozen Temple made it in. So we'll see if Reality can take King Sejong Station here, or if TY closes it out with a 2-1, or excuse me, a 2-0 yet again in the rematch.
4-0. It totally could be potentially over the Reality here. The game has loaded up. Let's jump into King Sejong Station for game number 2. Here we are on King Sejong Station, KSS, for game number 2. And up in the top left, in the red, winning that last one, it is TY.
And his opponent in blue, 0-1 here. Can he bring it back? It is Reality. If Reality gets a top 8, it would be one of his best career finishes in the individual leagues.
Yeah,
I know it sounds crazy, but it's true, you know? And it would be a huge accomplishment to knock out SSL top 4 player TY, as well as GSL finalist TY, who's one of the best Terrans right now, completely in full form. Really second to Morrow, I would say, in my personal opinion. And just above Cure, who was defeated today in 2 big upsets. But, I mean, that's another thing, too, is Reality gets out of this group. He beat Cure and TY. I'm like, whoa.
If he gets out of the group,
yeah,
we'll see. I mean, so far, just the story, it has been kind of like an underperforming Cure, and TY just bopping him left and right. He's got like 3 of those hammers from 10 questions, 10 answers. That's what we used to do. He's like bopping them from all different sides, using his foot, like trying to bop them and stuff. That's the way it looks so far.
Every single one of Reality's units is speaking English, man. It's not allowed.
Yeah. Well, he finished work and he came down.
Promote StarCraft 2, he says, and I think it said he watches every single one of our like little programs we do afterwards, the like BattleNet attack type thing. Yeah, you take a look. Couldn't even remember what it was, even though I just read it.
Keep in mind, that's actually going to start after this.
Yep.
So these guys, I think Kanata stays, but Monday Caster and Daehyun, not the normal SSL casters, they actually come down here and start that show at this time, after it ends. Right now it's 10:15 p.m. in Korea. These guys are overflowing with passion.
Kanata like literally lives and breathes StarCraft. He also ladders random GM like every night, and was even like top of the ladder in NA as random from Korea. He's like, yeah, I mean, I could just get top 10, no problem. This is kind of a funny situation here where you see the load command used.
Save that SCV.
Oh, let's, I guess, like, stop making jokes with the Korean commentators here for a second. The trades are real on both sides of the map. Can he deny the CC? No. He tried to.
These Reapers still not cleaned up, but on the other side, 3 SCVs to go down.
But the load command, for those who don't know, if you look at the top right of the CC command card to the bottom right, you can see the arrow that points to the circle. The load command actually allows you to load up to 5 SCVs inside the command center. It's designed so that if you wanted to take an island base, you could actually load SCVs and fly them to the island. It never, ever, ever, ever happens. It happens sometimes.
It's happened before, for sure.
Like it's happened with Gangnam style terrain. It's happened on Scrap Station, where Terrans flying the CC to the island and stuff like that. But it's pretty rare. It's mostly used in competitive play to save SCVs during harassment like this. Okay,
and even that doesn't happen very often.
No.
Generally, they start the orbital, and that's the end of the story. Reaper comes in, gets a nice scout and an SCV.
TY is just on point today. He has a bunker here. It's going to make this defense a little bit easier. He's got a Hellion.
Insta-pull, by the way, taking no damage here. Not going to be the easiest drop to clean up.
But not. But he's going to get a Cyclone here in a second. Oh, these units are stuck and loaded.
Ooh.
He's being greedy. He really wants to make this work. I don't know about this. Okay, the Cyclone actually targets a Marine. He's running Hellions by. That's why he's trying to do this.
Oh, man, look at that. It's totally cleaned up, and now in the natural, this is not getting nearly enough damage. And Reality loses all of his harassing units, and TY holds with flying colors.
Drops triple mules once he secures this, salvages the bunker. TY has 3 CCs, so a counterattack is less, it's just less appealing. I'm losing my words here, but
this is kind of looking like Cure versus Reality Game 2.
Yeah, no, it really is. Here comes the Liberator towards the main base. This will get shut down hard by the Viking once it's out, but before then he will have to pull. Doesn't look like he's realized what's happening just yet.
Now he must know. He's taking 4.
He like just
5.
moves his starport, but still doesn't know. So I'm like, hey, you know, there's a thing happening over there.
Oh, look at this. The late scout.
This. Yeah, this is why he didn't notice it first. He was controlling this Reaper. Scouts the cloak, and Reality is just not getting any luck tonight.
Kills the Liberator too. Still getting kills here, by the way, in the main is this Reaper.
5 kills? This is too much.
Gets 2 in total this run, and man, yeah, I mean, he sees everything, gets some extra kills, takes out the Liberator too, up 20 supply. And Reality's going to take a risk. He's like, okay, we're going bio this time, and we're going to go double upgrades early on. We're just going to try to, you know, play for the late game, go from there. He's too far behind to go for mech, I suppose, and it's not going to be easy. He's going to hope that TY doesn't attack him for like 5 minutes, which TY smartly is not going to do that. Not going to not do that. And
you got too deep with the double negatives there.
Yeah, I did.
TY, after scouting the Cloak Banshee, made several turrets. Cloak was canceled by Reality, but still he's pretty safe back at home. The Banshee shows up at the third base. There's no turrets there. And you can see TY considered sending his Vikings home, but he's actually going to push the issue here with them. Not entirely sure where those Marines were rallied here. Pulls the SCVs away, and he's going to commit to the attack. Not going to send his Vikings home. Looks like he might just send a rallied one, or if that Cyclone is still alive, he might send that up to deal with the Banshee. Oh, these 2 tanks here right on the edge. He's in range. Oh, just barely not, I guess.
Yeah.
Like the footprint is right outside. Oh, okay, that was the scan range, that's why.
Yeah. Well, coming in here now, gets a snipe on the Liberator. And now with even 1 Marine coming in, just have to back off. Takes a trade that he just slightly loses there, TY.
Yeah. I was going to say something, but I lost it. Sorry about this.
It's all good. Nice position here now from TY. Look at that. Can shell the third base. Banshee, there is a turret, but we'll be able to pick up some kills here on the outside of the base. Forces a lift now.
The Banshee here is just not really being micro because he's so worried about what's going on over here. A Cyclone locks on the Banshees, or excuse me, Vikings. He takes control. The SCV's off the line. They're on top of these tanks, so they can't be killed, but Reality loses one of his tanks on the other side of the battle. The Cyclone is going to maybe kill the last one. It does. Yeah, Vikings are landed.
Vikings landing, picking off a couple of SCVs and just going to back off. He's decimated the economy at that third base. The orbital is even at half health. And finally, totally fine back at home.
Yeah, he lost a lot of mining time, but it was still more damage done overall for TY. He cleans us up. He's already mining, whereas the orbital was lifted for Reality. Combat Shield's on the way for Reality now. 4 reactors on 4 new barracks for TY. He wants to pump out those Marines, which is why the supply looks so even right now. But he has this faster production. Reality is doing the same. It looks like only with 3 additional barracks. And he does have the upgrade lead, as you were talking about, with the greedy double E-base. 1-1 ahead. 1-1 for TY, getting closer to being done, but we're not quite there yet. And in fact, you know what? Reality has combat shields up first too. Just slightly, but that is a very significant upgrade.
Yeah, we're going to stabilize here for now. You know, the trade definitely going in TY's favor, but as you mentioned, a lot of mining time lost at the third base too. So it's not like he totally destroyed Reality in that push. It's really going to come down to what moves are made here in the mid game now that this early harassment is done. To get either player ahead. Like, Reality definitely is still in this game. I mean, he's not even really all that far behind. And he can definitely make some maneuvers now. We're going to get to see him play, you know, Marine tank. Finally going to get to see that style here. And we'll see how it works. I mean, TY has been really on point so far, but, you know, we haven't seen Reality's bio just yet, or his Marine tank, so.
Let's see how this collision of Army comps works, because you can see TY is really interested in baiting stims and trying to take this sort of engage outnumbered. He's like winning the game of tank-evac chicken, but baits these units into position where the Vikings come over.
This is a really interesting trade, actually.
Because he has the Vikings, he could have tried to kill Marines with his tank-evacs, because the tanks, if they land, they're not going to be able to pick up a second time. Jex backs off instead, though. And 2-2 is on the way for Reality now, a lot faster, again, because he had those faster eBays. The lead in upgrades is only significant if they fight while the upgrade advantage is active. So that's just something to keep an eye on if you're watching and you're wondering how that next fight's going to go. If 2-2 is done for Reality, that's going to be a massive spike for that one window of time.
We should have some idea, since he did start those engineering bays so early, that he could possibly, potentially be ahead here in the upgrades. And we do have this nice little drop coming in from the left side here for TY. He's even going to drop first. I like this. You can stim in. That orbital is at half health. He can easily snipe that here if there's no defense. And there's absolutely nothing. He comes in, trying to get some SCVs. That orbital is dead meat.
Down it goes. And a lot of SCVs should go down here as well. He's going to fight with them even. And he gets out maneuvered here. 13 SCVs go down. eBays are exposed. Plus 2-2 is not done yet. He can actually prevent this. He goes for it.
There he goes.
He's going to stop the armor.
Oh, the repair is too late. And there he goes. Immediately takes it out. And even if these Marines go down, doesn't matter. They've already done their damage.
Oh, man. Reality starts his +2 armor again now. But now TY is going to be ahead in upgrades. He starts +3 attack. They're currently even, but in a few seconds, the armor advantage will go to Reality. Would have been better to get the attack, but still, this adds up. And he's got the better tank count. Is moving across the map. This is a scary backstab attempt. The SCV does not envision. The sensor tower provides vision, but it's going to be still like not enough warning time. If he moves all the way across the map, Reality will be able to counterwise snipe that base very likely.
Look at this, the fight for the watchtower. Reality tries to bring in 3 Marines to take out the 2 Marines of TY, but TY's army is there, so he shuts that down. 4th base here in the middle, becoming a planetary, and TY is looking to make his move.
I'm really excited to see what Reality's going to do. Okay, he comes in here. How quickly will TY respond? He's just going to go back corner this army. He knows he has the eco advantage. If he kills this army, he can just counterattack and win the game. He saves this orbital very quickly. He needs to come in from the right side, though, or some of Reality's army could escape. Okay, now he comes in.
The scans come down, but all the tanks and TY get on top, and this army is definitely trapped. He just has to try to take the best trade possible.
Yeah, he's getting a decent angle here. In fact, now Reality is sieging up this planetary as well. Okay, here comes TY. He knows he has the numbers advantage. He's going to push this through, clean it up. Not a very cost-efficient trade here for TY, though, to be totally honest.
Yeah, now he's got to deal with defending this 4th base. Still a lot of medevacs up on the top of this map. He should actually send his Vikings over there to take him out.
+3 when it finishes here. I mean, he already has the armor advantage, but when +3 finishes, he's going to have this awesome opportunity to do some real damage directly. Oh, going to trap these medevacs, as you mentioned. At least as well as he can. Should get at least one more.
He's going to get all of them here. Gonna go down slowly. And Reality, I mean, he's hanging in this one. You know, he heavily supply blocked TY with that attack. There were so many supply depots over there. He's going to take his own 4th. It's not going to be a planetary. He floats his natural. And let's take a look at the upgrades. He hasn't even started 3-3 Reality, whereas TY is about to finish +3 attack, and he started his +3 armor.
Don't forget, too, that if any more bases die, he's in big trouble because he only has 2 orbitals left. TY did not lift any. In fact, his main could be made into a 5th base. Reality needs to take an insanely cost-efficient battle to win this game. Otherwise, he's just simply going to be outproduced. He's down 7 siege tanks, but he has double the Marine count of TY. He's down in upgrades, but I mean, obviously numbers do matter. Okay, this could be an opportunity for Reality. He stims beneath the ramp. There's so many siege tanks here, though.
Oh, man, the siege tank count is way too high, and TY, although he does get a lot of those tanks cleaned up here, he's going to try to have to drop those tanks. They're not very protected over there, Reality's tanks. If he can take those out, he's going to be in a great spot. Trying to drop one tank over here now.
The better economy for TY. Look at the resources at the top right. He's been able to produce more here. And he's going to have 3 upgrades to 2-2 in just a second. That was a great fight for Reality. It was the cost-efficient fight he needed to keep himself in this game, but he's not taking a lead by any means. He's just stabilizing. He's trying to survive with his 2 orbitals, with more and more units rallying across here.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to have to do something like that once again. I really like the angle he's taking. That's kind of what you have to do when you're in these desperate times, when you're behind in this TVT. You have to find an angle where the opponent is not, and find some damage in the back door perhaps. But now I feel like TY is kind of stabilized. He's held that 4th. He's got that sensor tower now in a great spot.
This is just an orbital, as you said. It's already low. He's going to target it down. That's one of his only 2 left, and down it goes.
And down goes the economy of Reality as well. He's lining at that 3rd, but that's about it. He's going to go for this attack again, but how many times
Too many tanks. Too many tanks here. I think this is the beginning of the end. TY with such quick response time. He has more medevacs here as well, and the Vikings are trying to pick the medevacs of Reality off. GG. TY.
Oh, man. The 4-0 against Reality. He leans back in relief. He knows he's done his job finally. Reality, unfortunately, will have to wait for next year to get another shot at an individual league in Korea.
That's right. Samsung already out of Pro League. You won't be seeing this guy until 2017, barring qualifying for an additional non-Star League tournament. Kespa Cups, Hot 6 Cups, things like that. Those don't count as Star Leagues. Those don't count as real. They're individual league wins, but they're not Star League wins. Like, Star League wins are the prestigious ones that are the hard ones. Not I won a weekend tournament,
Yeah, so I mean, at least we'll be able to see him potentially if he does get into those Kespa Cups. But probably will be few and far between for you Reality fans. And Cure is going to be out there. He's going to be playing Pro League. Here's how things went down today.
Yep, Patience took Cure out in a tough best of 3 there in the beginning. Cure taking the 1 win with the base trade. Then TY was able to 2-0 Reality later on. Patience with a big upset there over TY. And Reality was able to win over Cure, which might have been arguably a bigger upset as Cure drops out in 4th place. Then in the rematch, TY extends his 2-0 into a 4-0 and will advance against Dark. So here we go, Dark versus TY, Stats versus Classic, Solar versus Deer, and Patience versus Zast. Those are your brackets.
Pretty crazy first matchup there, Dark versus TY in the round of 8. Sometimes this just happens, right? And even Stats versus Classic too, a very close one. That should be favoring Stats there, but Classic definitely having an opportunity. Solar versus Deer, that's like a toss-up, man. I think Deer should take it, but Solar he's so feisty, man. He's been doing well in SSL. And that last one, though, Zest, I think he probably is going to take the easy win over Patience. But who knows? I mean, Patience